What's up, everybody? And welcome to another Kinstretch class brought to you by Stretch Effect. My name is Coach Luke, and I'll be taking you through today's 30-minute upper body focused Kinstretch class. So today's class is going to be a little bit different, as past classes usually focus on, say, one specific joint, like shoulder internal, or even just one specific movement, like shoulder internal rotation. Sometimes we do shoulder internal external, different stuff like that. So today's class is really going to be focused on just the whole upper body. So you can do this in the morning, kind of as you get started for your day. You can do it before your upper body workout. You can do it after your upper body workout. Really, we're just kind of use this as a kind of a primer or as a cool down for any activities that you're doing, or just to kind of set you up for your day. So we're just gonna get right into it. So we'll stay in the collapsed kneeling position. We get right into some neck cars. So we're just gonna get nice and tall. Raise that core. Punch down towards the ground. So if you can, take the fist down here. If this is uncomfortable for you, or sit on a block, sit on a pillow, something just to kind of take the lower body out of it, so you can just focus on the neck. So I'm gonna go chin to my chest. I'm gonna go 2 reps. Chin to the collarbone, ear over my shoulder, chin to the sky, rotate left ear over left shoulder, chin to the collarbone, rotate through one more time. Chin to collarbone, ear over, rotate to the sky, keep those shoulders down, try not to shrug, chin to collarbone, and through. Now let's reverse. Chin to collarbone, ear goes over, chin to the sky, keep those fists down on the floor as you can, chin to collarbone, and through one more time to the left. Nice and slow. Keep that core tight, body brace throughout, and through. So we go to our T-spine cars. So if you want to sit on a block, like I said before, you can. If you have another block, we're just going to hug it here, just as we're on top of your cage. I'm just going to grab right around the block, squeeze it tight to my upper body. I'm going to fold down, so I'm squeezing into my rib cage. Rotate as far as I can to my right. Keep my chin in my chest. Lateral bend to my right. Stand tall over the top. Lateral flex to my left. Take my right shoulder down, cross. Pull the elbows in and through. Let's go one more time. Right rotation. Right lateral flexion. Stand tall over the top. Left lateral flexion. Right shoulder comes across. Elbows pull in and through. Push directions, rotate left. Flex left. Extend tall over the top. Keep the chin in the chest. Core stays engaged. Try not to arch the lower back. Left shoulder comes across. Elbows pull in and through one more time. Rotate left. Flex left. Feel that stretch all the way through here. Extend tall over the top. Lateral bend to my right. Left shoulder comes across. Elbows pull in and through. To my left. So now I'm going to go into scat car. So I'm going to go for the tall kneeling position here. Hands will just be at my sides. Sides, you can kind of see the motion here. So we're just going to elbows locked out, hands on my sides, glutes tight, nose down, take a breath in. Take a good brace. I'm going to shrug up to my ears. Shoulders come forward, down, pull back and squeeze, up, over the top. Let's go 2 more reps going forward, pull back, squeeze, up, forward, down, 1 more, pull back, squeeze. Just going to squeeze together as we come up, over the top. Now let's reverse. Squeeze back, keep it squeezed, we pull down, forward, up, back, down, 1 more time, forward, up, squeeze, back down, all the way through, trying to just keep my hands on my sides, elbows locked out, and through. Let's stay in the tall kneeling position. We're going to go into some shoulder cars. So over here, ribs are down, glutes are tight, right shoulder rotates open, just cross the body into adduction. As I come here, can't get any more. Now I start to rotate. Keep the rest of that body still. Try to turn that arm over as much as we can. Now back to my start. Reverse, go thumb high. Rotate over the top. Scrape the eyebrow with the bicep. Down and through. 1 more time. Come across the body. Over the top. Rotate that hand over while we're trying to rotate the full shoulder. Down Back my hands at my side. Thumb goes as high as I can. It's called extension. Come over the top. Ribs stay tight. Ribs stay down. Around and through. And switch on the left shoulder. Right hand on the rib cage. Just remind me to stay tight through here. Glutes tight. If you want to squeeze a block between your legs, you can definitely do that as well. It's just a good way to create tension. Come over so I get as high as I can go here. Now I rotate, turn over, good. Back my hands touch. Go high, do extension, come over the top. Bicep scrapes the eyebrow. Across the body, through. One more time. Adduction. Scrape the ear with the bicep. Now try to turn that whole arm over, not just the hand. The whole arm rotates. Down. Reverse thumb goes high. Now just come over the top, turning it the other way. Across that body. Come around. And through. Okay, so from there, we're staying in the tall kneeling position. We go elbows. So inside my elbows, which got my rib cage. Elbows locked out. From here, go curl up like a bicep curl, but now try to turn those hands out. So I'm not facing me, but I'm trying to turn them away from me. As high as I can go, just with the elbows. Pronate, so turn the palms over. And press down. From there, just reverse. Up. Supinate, so palms are turning away from me. Come down. So now, instead of blocking out the bottom, keep them slightly bent. I'm going to turn over here. Come up. Down. Here. Turn them over. Come up. Open. Now back down. And through. From there, right shoulder. My wrist car, so I'm going to go one wrist at a time. My thumb comes over the top of my forearm, trying to keep my forearm straight up and down. Elbow glute my rib cage, shoulders tight, ribs down, glutes tight. And then I'm going to take pinky towards the midline. Extend that wrist. Come around. When I get here, your body's going to want you to do this, right? So I want to keep my forearm straight up and down. Come here and now turn open. Now flex just at the wrist. Trying to keep those fingers straight. Open. Close. Now we're in flexion. Now we're going to reverse that. Out. Extend. Flex. Out. Extend. Flex. And through and switch. Now here, same thing. Core tight. Rest that body still. Moving towards the midline. Extend that wrist. Out. Flex the wrists. Out. In, I should say. Extend. All the way around back to flexion. From here, go out. Extend. In. Flex. Out. Extend. In. Flex. That's one if you work at a computer a lot, you get kind of carpal tunnel. Definitely doing a lot of these with open palm, open fingers, trying to spread, trying to stretch through there. It's definitely something you want to do if you work at a computer. In this position a lot, working more elbow cars, more pronation, especially if you're spending a lot of time there, kind of help save the elbows a little bit. So from there, we're just going to get right into some shoulder work. Okay, so I'm going to go standing. So I'm going to do standing shoulder internal rotation, but I'm going to use the wall. That's kind of my leverage point here. So a lot of times we've done internal rotation from the floor. That's called a sleeper stretch. That is one way to train internal rotation of the shoulder. Now we're going to train internal rotation from the wall. So it's going to be the same thing that we've done if you've done past classes. So now instead of laying on my side, I'm going to use the wall as my support here. So do everything the same. So I'm going to stack my shoulders. I'm going to lean into the wall. So I'm using my outside leg to kind of give you some leverage in. My elbow will start straight out in front of me from the shoulder, and then you just drop it down by an inch or so, just to give you a little bit more space to train from. But this is just one zone you can train from, right? So you can train down here, and you can train all the way up here. So really any zone that you feel like you need. So if you feel like you're straight out here, you feel like you got some good room, then you can move. So keeping the shoulder locked in, move the elbow just above the line of the shoulder, or you can move it slightly down. So whatever you find it most restricted, we don't want any closing angle pain, closing angle pinch, but wherever you can find more restriction to train into, that's what we're going after, right? So like without shrugging the shoulder, keep the elbow straight out from the shoulder or slightly above, slightly below. Lean your body in. So my left shoulder is still pressing my right shoulder into the wall. Left leg is pressing in to give me some more leverage. But make sure we keep that elbow right there. Take my top hand, and I'm just going to guide it into a stretch internal rotation. One thing I want to make sure we don't do is extend through my lower back here, so I feel like I get more space. I want to make sure I stay tight through that brace, tight through that torso. Keep the shoulders stacked, and then we're just going to hang out here and breathe. While we do a passive stretch. So just like with internal rotation from a sleeper, my pales is driving up. So I'm driving up in the resistance of my top hand. Build that contraction up for 10. Hold the max effort for another 10 seconds. And my rails, I'm staying here. Top hand stays there, and now I'm trying to rotate off of my top hand. Max effort, 15 seconds. Put the top hand back down. Stretch that out, and then we're just going to do one round and go switch sides. Okay, so make sure the shoulder stays in. Lean in on that wall, make sure the shoulder stays down, backside that shoulder stays glued to the wall. Make sure you just relax here, okay? Okay, so we're doing pales and rails. So I think take a breath in, brace that core, and then slowly start driving up into that top hand, building with that contraction. So we're at 10%, 20%, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70%, 80%, 90%, and 100% effort. Keep everything else still. Now just drive up into that top hand for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now rails, try to rotate off that top hand. Try to pull down further. Keep driving 100% effort for another 10. Now get up where it is. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. Put the press, make sure the elbow stays still, make sure the elbow doesn't drop down right here. And relax, and then we'll switch sides. Okay? Which one? One set of pales on the side here. So same thing. Stack that shoulder, right? So I'm here, elbow straight out to the side, I'm leaning in on the back side of my shoulder. Body stays nice and tight. Just from there. Just in this position here, using this leg to press me in. Right shoulder is just stacked directly on my left shoulder. I'm resisting or helping it stretch from the wrist, right? So not from the fist, from the wrist, so right on top there. Make sure we're not shrugging. Make sure we're leaning in. And then just guide into that stretch. As you guide into that stretch, just make sure that elbow does not drop down past where you started from. So you can be a little lower at the elbow. That's okay. Just make sure it doesn't drop any lower. Okay. Driving into that stretch. There, breathe, relax. Got one side on this side. Typically we go for about 2 minutes in the passive stretch because we got a lot to get to in this 30 minutes for the upper body. We're not doing quite as long as 2 minutes. So we really accentuate the breath, really accentuate trying to relax as much as you can into that stretch. So get the most out of it for our pales and rails, okay? Belly breathe, in for a 4 count. Out for an 8 count, super slow. Draw that air out. Okay, from here, take a breath in, brace that core, get everything tight, and start going up into that top hand, building up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Max effort. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now rails, keep the shoulder where it is, keep the elbow where it is. Now just try to rotate more into internal rotation. Keep driving, keep driving, keep driving, keep driving. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Keep bringing that stretch. And shake it out. Very good. So from there, we'll just go right into some capsule cars. Here I'm just going to go right into a collapsed kneeling, 90-degree bend in the elbows. keep that core tight, squeeze the glutes. And then I'm just gonna rotate internal, rotate external. So 5 reps. There, pause and squeeze. Whenever we do capsule cars, right? Just think drive back, drive into that boundary, drive into where it does not feel great. That means we're not strong there, right? So we just want to take time, press into those boundaries, give our body more time to practice being there. The more time it spends there, the more comfortable we'll be. We have 2 more. In, out, 1 more, in, and out. Very good. So from there, we're going to go right into adduction, adduction. So I'm just going to cross right arm over, all the way across here. Just make sure everything stays nice and straight. Elbow, right elbow straight, shoulders just in the capsule there. I'm not showing open in my ear. Good separation between shoulder and chin. Core stays braced, left arm. This guy is deeper into the stretch at about the elbow, just above, just below, or at the elbow, whatever is most comfortable for you in your body. Okay, so our pails, we're running out in my top hand. Rails, I'm trying to pull away from my top hand. So I'm contracting everything on the inside of that shoulder to get this right arm away from my left arm. If it doesn't pull off, that's okay. It probably won't because you're at your end range. But it's all about the contraction away from that left arm. Okay? So just get a good stretch there. And we're not going quite for 2 minutes. I typically go for about 2 minutes. Okay, so here, take a breath in. Brace the core, start driving out into that top hand. Build that contraction up, we're at 20%, 30%, 40%, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100% for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rails. Try to pull off, try to pull away from that top hand. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Try to pull in, pull in, pull in. 10, 9, feel that chest squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, make a cramp. 2, and 1. Just relax. Feel it come across. Feel a bit more stretch there as you pull deeper. And relax. Shake it out. It's a pretty good bicep workout on that side too. Look at my left arm. So my left arm will come across straight. Guide it from that elbow. Get a good stretch on that posterior shoulder. So you feel all through here. Okay, from there, elbows stay straight. We're just doing 1 set of pails and rows on this side as well. Breathe into it here. Relax as much as you can. Feel that stretch open up. That elbow locked out. Just relax deeper and deeper. Okay. A big deep breath, in for 4. Belly expands on the in, out for 8, stomach collapses on the out. Try to relax, you can get a little bit deeper. Okay, let's take a breath in, brace the core, and start driving out into that top hand, building up to 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90%, and 100% effort. Crush out for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rails. Try to pull away from that right hand. Make that left pec cramp here. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep pulling. Left elbow stays locked. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Find that deeper stretch position. And breathe. Very good. Okay, so we just did, that's the rails contraction. You feel that kind of pec minor, that inner pec, inner shoulder, kind of get nice and tight as we try to do this. Now we're going to do the opposite, it's called abduction. So I'm going to go up to the wall again. This is kind of what we call it the doorway stretch. So you can do this from, if you have a doorway, you can do it from the doorway here. So I'm thinking left arm is out in the doorway, core stays tight, right leg is forward. And then I'm just going to find that stretch, it's called shoulder abduction, abduction, pulling back. This is also where we'll start to transition into some shoulder blade work that we'll do after this. So I'm gonna go left arm first, so I have my left arm on the wall. I'm just gonna place it on the wall, like so, at about 90 degrees, right? It could be at 90, but find the stretch that works best for you. So find more here, whatever allows you to get a better stretch, right? Because we want to be going after the tissues that are the stiffest, that will feel the tightest. Usually red means where we're the weakest, right? So I'm here, left arm is there, about 90. Core stays tight, and then I'm just gonna walk my body forward, and then lean forward, make sure not to arch my lower back. Make sure really don't get this big arch there. So core tight, glutes tight. So that's gonna give us the best authentic stretch on that chest. So you're gonna be kind of stretching out the area that had just gotten pretty tight with the abduction. Those around, so this is a good one to follow it up with. This is also a good one if you sit at a desk a lot, you kind of find yourself shoulders running forward, a lot of pec tightness, stuff like that. This is a really great way to open that up. From there, I'm gonna hang out here in this stretch here. Again, I'm not going for part for 2 minutes today. But this is a tails and rails just like you would about 2 minutes normally. My pales contraction here is now driving into the wall. Build up for 10, max up for 10. Rails contraction, keeping the body still. Trying to pull my arm away from the wall. So the abduction is this motion here. Trying to really squeeze shoulder blade backside of that shoulder, okay? We got one set here as well, so just there. Find your stretch, keep that core tight, lean into that stretch. Okay, we're gonna take a breath in. Brace, use the right hand just to make sure you stay tight, glutes are tight, and start driving into the wall like we're trying to take that arm this way for 10. 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%. Feel that stretch on the inside pec, inner shoulder. 80, 90, and 100% effort. Drive in for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6. I can try to do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping that body still. Core tight, ribs tight, rails contraction. Now try to pull that shoulder back, pull it off of the wall. Squeeze that shoulder blade back. Everything you got for another 10. 9. Accentuate that stretch on that pec. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now you can just sink deeper into that abduction, adduction stretch position, and relax, come out of that there, shake it out if you need to. Now we're going to go right arm. So again, here, right, left arm may be different, so left arm may be a bit up here, right arm may needs to be a little bit around here. Now play around with it, find, okay, maybe 90's better, maybe just above. Whatever works best for you, whatever your collars kind of show. So if you feel like, ooh, it's a little tighter up here, maybe go a little higher. If you feel like it's a little tighter back here, maybe go a little bit lower, okay? So for me, I'm about 90, just above. I'm staying tight. Lean my body forward, accentuate the stretch on that pec, inside shoulder. Just working the breathing here, like I said. Because we're not holding for 2 minutes, it's even more important to work on your breathing to relax as much as possible. With a slightly decreased passive stretch component that we'll be using here. So just find that stretch, lean forward, keep that core tight, keep that tailbone tucked, glutes tight. Everything is nice and straight. I'm not arching to find that. If you go here, you'll actually find a better stretch without having to go quite as much forward. Okay, let's take a big breath in. Full brace and start driving that arm forward and into the wall, building that 10%, 20%, 30%, 40, 50, 60%, 70%, 80, contract everything's being stretched, and 100% effort for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Body stays still, ribs stay down, core stays tight. Now rails, backside of that shoulder, try to pull away. Backside of that shoulder contracting, shoulder blades squeezing, trying to drive the elbow back and off of the wall, and pull away for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just relax. Sink down deeper into that stretch. And good. Very nice. Shake the shoulders out a little bit. Very good. Okay, so that was more of the shoulder work now. So now we're going to do some shoulder blade work. So from here, I'm just going to focus on my prone scapular retraction. So I'm going to be here. So think elbows glued to my ribs. This would be a neutral grip right on my rib cage. And then what I'm going to do is some retraction lift-offs here, right? So do a couple tester reps. You find that right on your ribcage. If you can't get off the floor, that's okay. Slide your hands down more this way. It'll be a lot easier to retract there. If you found that you're here and it's way too easy, you can just grab a yoga block, put one on either side of you, and then you can just elevate hands onto the yoga block. So now we're here. Now we have a higher place to lift off from, and then you can do your lift-offs from there. So we're going to go 10 scap retraction lift-offs, and then we'll follow it up with 5 retraction elbow hinges. So we'll talk about that when we get there. If you're not using the yoga block, you can definitely take it behind in between your legs, so that gives you something more to squeeze onto, helps you create more full body radiation. So from here, I'm going to tuck the tailbone, try to lift my belly button off the floor, ribs are down, head is flat on the floor, elbows are glued to my ribcage, so I'm trying to squeeze in with those elbows, especially as I lift. So get tight, brace, and lift, back down. Got 10 reps here, and lift, down, 2, lift, down, 3, lift, down, 4, lift, down, 5, lift, down, squeeze as tight as you can every time. 4 more, and squeeze, core tight, lift, 7, lift, 8, lift, 9, last one, elbows tight, glue to the ribs, 10. Very good. So from there we'll do our, so it's going to be an extension, so retraction, elbow extension, like you have to kick back. You've done that before in the gym. This down, up, extend. So as you extend, keep trying to retract as much as you can. You just got 5 slow reps here. Get on the ribs, up the tailbone, retract, extend, bend, down. 1. Go tight, extend, bend, 2, extend, bend, 3, 2 more, keep those elbows tight, squeeze those shoulder blades, lift, extend, bend, down, should be really tough, should be really working, really squeezing here, last one, stay tight, glutes tight, retract, extend, bend, and down. Woo, very good. So that was some neck, shoulder blade. We got all of our upper body cars in. So we're just gonna finish with just some cat-cow. So it wouldn't be an upper body primer, wouldn't be an upper body warm-up or workout without some spine work. Obviously, that houses the nervous system and there is, of course, in the upper body. So we're just gonna go into our cat position, which is quadruped. Knees under my hips, shoulders under my hands, or hands under my shoulders. Right up, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin. And now we're just gonna go super slow. We've done the spine class we've done, or one of the few spine classes we've done. Segmental cat-cow. So I'm just gonna segmentally start to extend. And then just work one vertebrae at a time. Working all the way up my back from flexion into extension. Super slow, slower the better. Everything's still until it's vertebrae's turn. As you get to extension, make sure we're not squeezing our shoulder blades together. Pressing away from the floor. Now we're up in extension. Squeeze it, hang out here, take a couple breaths. Squeeze out a little bit more. Then last one, we're gonna go back to flexion from the tailbone again. Everything extended, one vertebrae at a time. Just work all the way up. Then we've got a little person walking up your spine. Each vertebrae, when they hit each vertebrae, we start to move that vertebrae. Sliding all the way back up into flexion. Continue to try to tuck. Squeeze there, take a couple breaths. Squeeze that more flexion, tuck that tailbone more, drive that back up more, keep that chin down, and relax. So with 1 rep, super slow. On flexion to extension, extension back into flexion. Again, if you've done the spine class with us, I highly recommend you continue to practice those. If you haven't done our spine class or one of the spine classes we've done, go back, watch one of those. That's going to be huge for you. Spine is something that we don't get enough movement in, and something that we should all be paying attention to daily. So thank you for joining me in our upper body Kinstretch focus class, or upper body focus Kinstretch class. That was a good one. That's one, again, you can use pre-workout, post-workout, use it in the morning, use it the day after an upper body day. Again, we want to be in our cars every day, some low-level pills and rails every day, and really kind of focus on the ones that you specifically need. So the more kind of in tune with your body you can get, the more specific to your specific needs you can get, the better. So thank you for joining us today. That was a really fun class, and I hope to see you at the next one.